Good morning, everyone. I am the High Caliber, and you're watching another exciting episode of the High Caliber Plays Fourth Number. And we're doing a special evaluation program today for the Technical Air Intelligence Center. They've loaned us two captured enemy aircraft, this Ki-61B from Japan and a Focke-Wulf Fw-190. We're going to be comparing these two planes to the two aircraft they gave us prior to this date, our Ki-43 and our Bf-109. And we're basically just performing a sort of, I guess, late war analysis. I mean, I don't know what else they could be learning from these planes, but we're pretty much on the path to win this war. But every little bit helps, I guess. So without any further ado here, let's put our flaps into takeoff, close our canopy up, and we'll be on our way. So let's get this first plane up in the air. I do believe this plane is made by Kawasaki. I can't read any of the controls, just like the Ki-43 we have, which has been dubbed Samurai Spirit. This plane is not named. I don't even think it's really painted. I think they just stripped the paint off the aluminum body or whatever and put our roundels on. That's fine. Pretty easy takeoff. Got a lot of power. Got an inline engine, which I think is not particularly usual for the Japanese, at least not for fighters. I do believe this plane is highly inspired by the Bf-109. It certainly looks comparable, although it only has machine guns this month. I heard the Japanese were using a version of this plane at Guam, which used Lend-Lease German MG-151 cannons, which apparently they brought in on a U-boat. Caused quite a problem for one of our Navy groups. Yeah, this one does not have cannon. This plane, I do believe, was also captured at Guam. I think the U.S. Marines captured this plane on the ground. It was not scuttled or damaged in any way by the Japanese before they either died or maybe surrendered. They lived through that battle. I heard that part of the war was pretty tough. We do have quad machine guns here, so they're not too bad. I do not know what type of machine guns, as I'm not too well versed in Japanese aircraft weaponry. I do know they made a cannon that is really dangerous. It would explode or something like that. Yeah, the trigger pull is a little heavy. Kind of causes me to maybe jerk the stick a little bit. Try and get the soaky. Yeah, we will unfortunately not be able to keep this plane or the Focke-Wulf Fw-190. I'm really looking forward to flying that. I almost want to say we should probably compare this to the Bf-109 instead of the Ki-43, because the Ki-43 is way, way, way different than this one. Yeah. And the Soki, being an armored vehicle, is a lot harder to punch with machine guns than to have forward. Try and get it from the rear. got it that time. A lot of ricochets flying off into nowhere. We should probably be more careful than we are with this, but they just make me feel better. We have our Isuzu Type 94 here. Truck is destroyed. We certainly have a lot of these since we're able to just destroy them on a constant basis. That's fine. And I doubt we're going to be able to punch the tank, so I'm just going to break off the attack there. We ran out of ammo. That's fine. Alright, let's bring this aircraft up into the sky a little bit. Do some maneuver training, and then we'll touch down on the field so they can prep the next plane for the next evaluation. It is an agile fighter, and like I said, it's very similar to the Bf-109. I'd say even more. I'd say it's even more similar to the Bf-109 than anything else the Japanese have. Although they really don't have enough of these at this point, especially, to make a difference in this war. I wonder how the other variants of this handle and fight. I think this is an older Ki-61 model. I don't know what they're up to right now. Oh, this is a 1B, okay. I think they have a 2, Ki-61 2. And I think that has the cannons I mentioned earlier. Yeah, this thing is pretty good. Pretty agile. Good armaments, 4 machine guns. It's a good fighter. When it comes to bombers, you probably want cannons. There's the 14th Fleet. The 14th Fleet were supposed to provide the Zero they have, but unfortunately, due to engine complications, we're unable to use it in this test. So, that is what it is. It would be nice to evaluate that as well. I haven't gotten a chance to fly it yet. But at this point, it's quite interesting. Alright, I'm pretty settled on what I'm going to write in the report for this one. So why don't we bring it back to the field so they can put it to bed, and then we'll see what plane they want us to fly next. Kind of hoping for the Bf-109 we have. Fox Hunter, as we call it. That would be a good aircraft to evaluate after this, because I think it is more comparable to this than anything else. But we'll see what the man does. Got our throttle now. Flaps to combat. Gear down. Flaps to landing. Wow, we're pretty hot. That's alright. Oh. Well, there's a guy there. Some wake-up call. Oh, I don't have to go around. There we go. Alright. taxi this aircraft up. And I'll go write my report. Probably grab some breakfast before the next flight. That would be nice. Yeah, nothing like Army powdered eggs. At least the bacon's real. Slow down here. I get yelled at when I taxi too fast. That truck just came out of nowhere. Alright. That's good enough. Shut down the engine. Alright. So that'll do it for this one's flight. Sure would love to fly it again, but it's not going to be here more than a couple days. I'm not the only pilot flying this whole operation, so we'll see. See what the other pilots say too. Alright, get ready for the next flight. Alright, so I convinced the brass to send us up in the Bf-109. They seem to think putting the two aircraft back to back is a good way to evaluate it. Also, they do see a bigger threat from the Messerschmitts in Europe versus the lightly deployed Ki-61s, and definitely not the Ki-43 variant. I think they're already up to Ki-44 or 45 or something like that. But anyway, we're in Fox Hunter now, our own squadron aircraft, and we're going to take this thing up and see what it can do comparable to the Ki-61. So without any further delay, flaps to takeoff, get up in the air. Like a hot takeoff on this one. Fast. Gear up, flaps up. And some clouds are rolling in now. That's not too great, but it is what it is. Probably test this against the German vehicles that we have. Yeah, so actually now I'm feeling it. It's a little less maneuverable than the Ki-61. The wings and the elevators are definitely a slightly different configuration. I want to say more updated Bf-109s probably go closer to the Ki-61 than they do to this. Of course, we don't have any of those. And of course, the cannons make a lot of difference. Although they're kind of early war cannons, they don't have a lot of ammunition. I know more modern cannons have comparable ammunition to the machine guns they carry, so that's a major difference. But I do believe they can punch a tank, so let's try it on this Panzer here. Alright, looks like we did penetrate the tank with the cannon, so that worked out. Why don't we reload and see if we can destroy that tank. Probably head over back to the Japanese. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad handling aircraft, but you can tell the evolution of fighters has surpassed its capabilities. I think the new Bf-109s have square-tipped wings. That's the new thing for speed fighters. Oh, we didn't reload the cannons. Okay, well, you can see the machine guns don't do much penetrating, so Should have lined that up a little bit better. For those P-40s, I don't want to crash into them. Oh, they're there. Not them? No. We're over there. Come back around. Line up the medium tank. Maybe we'll slow our throttle down. Ooh, that's some glare. Alright, we got more penetration. It takes longer. It's definitely not a tank buster craft, but yeah. I've only used one fighter that's, well, we had the P-39. There we go. We cracked it. Alright. That's pretty much all the weapons testing I really need to do. We could go have some more fun on the field there, but I'd rather save some time on the next test. Because I do believe we're trying probably the KI-43 next, or maybe the Focke-Wulf. See what they want to put us in. Yeah, I mean, right away it doesn't turn as tight as the KI-61. It's still better than most of the other planes we've been given. I get yelled at anyway, so no matter what I do. You have the other ones here. I don't like attacking these because they tend to run through a populated area. So. Again, I don't know what anybody was thinking when they came up with the target fields for this airbase. Oh, we got that one. Yeah, those rounds are explosive, I think. They're also machine gun rounds are probably 8mm. I think the cannons are 151 cannons. Got some penetration there into the engine. Might have better luck on frontal attack. Disabled it? No. What pass? Oh, we hit the palm tree. That's not going to help. But we knocked it over on top of it. Okay. Good thing these things aren't made. Shot down a palm tree. Again, we're getting the same amount of penetration that we got on the other one. I think it's the same model, Panzer II. Panzer as well. Yeah, I mean, the weapons in this one are a little bit better. Maybe not the machine guns. They're all front nose mounted, so their accuracy tends to be a little bit better. Try to shake them down every once in a while so the parts don't seize up. Something you have to do with aircraft. Alright, we got the thing. Yeah, I mean, it's had its day. Great. Like I said, the new Bf-109s are probably better. I don't know if we're going to end up capturing any of those anytime soon. I mean, we're lucky we got this and KI-43 turned over to 47 Squadron at all, because originally the Technical Air Intelligence Center didn't want to hand them over to us, but they didn't have enough pilots at the time, so they wanted us to handle some of the evaluations, which I think is still the case. A lot more frontline pilots than backline pilots. You know, Wax is still doing their thing. Who knows, it might make some changes to combat roles in the future. Might see more women pilots. Who knows? But yeah, we're going to put this thing on the ground and see what the next test entails. I think we've pretty much re-evaluated this thing completely. If I had to pick between the two, the Ki-61 is definitely the more agile fighter of the two. But then again, I've never flown a Focke-Wulf, so hoping that's next. Probably next. Let's bring this thing in for landing. Try not to take off that guy's toupee again. It's true, he wears a rug. But you can almost see it there. Alright. Alright. And we're on the ground. That was a better landing than the Ki-61. Alright. So we'll taxi this up here and put this one to bed as well. Probably come back in the afternoon or something. And we'll see. Time. Yeah, Bf-109 F-4. I want to say they're up on the G or I don't know. I really got to pay attention more briefings. I think probably the H is the latest model, although they do have some crazy ones in the works. I think G is an export plane. I don't know. G is probably the one the remnant Italian forces are still fighting with in the north there. Yeah, they're still holding on for the time being. Old Mussolini. Alright, let's taxi this thing up. Not crash into any half tracks here. Good. Engine down. Alright. So we'll probably come back right before lunch. Most likely after lunch. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go write my report on this one and yeah, we'll come back to it in a little bit. So I literally was just about to eat a sandwich when they called me in for this one. Canopy is stuck again. Yeah, this one's a little wonky here. But yeah, I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity. A sandwich can wait, but Focke-Wulf 190 cannot. So that is the aircraft we are sitting in right now. It's painted orange because they were testing it in Europe, over in England, and they just wanted to make sure people knew it was a captured fighter and not an enemy aircraft. This is a Focke-Wulf 190 A-8. So I don't believe this one has a name, but it's another TAIC plane. So they're going to take it with them when they leave today. Oh well, we'll get a good chance to put her through the paces once again. Yeah, weather hasn't gotten too bad, but the clouds are still hanging around. That's fine. might take this one up far into the sky just to test its altitude capabilities, but yeah. Again, more dials I can't read. It's the order of the day. Alright. Let's get moving. Punch. Why not? Ooh, that's a quick takeoff. I do believe this thing was designed as a racing plane in the 1930s originally, or it's based on a racing plane in the 1930s. It has a radial style engine versus the preferred German inline, and I do believe it is quite fast. I'll speed test it right now and see how fast she goes. We'll go over Mamala Bay, then we'll come back in from the south, hit those two targets on the field day. We're already at 300 miles per hour. Granted, I've already flown a jet, so nothing's going to top that in speed, at least for the time being. We'll get better jet. German jet. Control flights. 340. I'm really pushing the throttle forward. Where's the temperature gauge? It's in Celsius. So 360, 58, 358. Okay. It's not super, super hot. That's fine. It's about 80 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Probably over 100. We're at 373, 374, 375. Are we level? Pretty level, right? Yeah. 379. I want to say 379 because it's losing a lot of speed. See if we can't regain some of that speed on the return trip. Very loose in its turning. It's a smaller plane, much smaller than most fighters. Again, this is the A model. I think they're already up to the D, which has a longer nose, bigger engine. Probably better guns and stuff too, because that's all they do. Again, I'm going to do an altitude test on this one. Also, this is pretty unique. We have an ammo counter. I think the Bf-109 has that too. But this one's interesting because it's like a meter-based ammo counter, so we'll check that out in a moment. And we're up to 380. Really pushing the plane though. We're almost at 81 degrees Celsius. Okay. Enough for speed. We'll try and put it in a dive to see how much the airframe can take later. Go for the truck first. Slow down a little bit. Oh, we were at 400 already. Alright. Lots of guns. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful, careful, careful. What do we got? Fire separately. Okay. Machine guns in the nose, cannons in the wings. Alright, and there's a lot more cannon rounds than the Bf-109. And we were able to bust that tank wide open. That was pretty good. Oh, no combat setting for the flaps here. also doesn't look like the counters are functioning. I don't know, we'll check that in a minute. Oh, oops. Okay, not as tight as I would hope for. Yeah, this thing is, I like this thing. I'd say it's probably closer in maneuverability to the KI-61 than the Bf-109 is. That's why we do these tests. They help us design new tactics against these aircraft. Are working. I think they went down a little bit. So much ammo in this thing. Yeah, I tend to think if Germany built a carrier fleet, the Focke-Wulf 190 would have probably been the aircraft chosen to serve. Smaller, more capable, unless they would have purpose-built something else. That's a hell of a lot of ammo. Yeah, the ammo counters do work. Cannons are almost empty. Disable that thing. Yep. Alright. A lot more functional than that Bf-109 was at attacking ground targets. Not bad at all. Yeah, I'm going to miss this one the most, I think. Although I like it, and I like the KI-61. Out of all the aircraft I've flown so far, two favorites are probably the YP-38 and the XP-55. Probably the XP-55 because it has the tightest turning radius, being that canard pusher prop layout. Also very fast. I'd say it's faster than this thing as well. Alright. Try that out. Fly up here. Just losing a lot of speed in the climb. That's fine. Reload and see if the meters go up. Okay, they went to fully loaded. 800 rounds, that's a lot of machine gun. I mean, they're all about 800, 1,000, 900. That's pretty standard. I just want to dive this thing out of the sky, really. Yeah, let's reload it. Alright. That's pretty cool. It's a useful feature. Got some vapor trails coming off the wings here. That's fine. Little aerodynamic effect. Almost up at 10,000. I don't want to go too high above it because I don't have oxygen. Not this plane right now. I think it does have the equipment for it. Maybe it doesn't. Alright. And then 10,000. Alright. Put her into a dive at maybe 77% throttle. Test the airframe. We're over 400. 400, 450. She's not liking this. 500. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, it was a little wonky, to be honest. Alright. I'm done with this guy. I don't want to be though, but I do have to land within a reasonable amount of time. Maybe I'll see if I can't pay off their deck officer to let me fly it one more time at the end of the day. Like I said, other pilots are going to be flying today, but I think they've already taken the KI-61 up again. They flew our Bf-109 and our KI-43. KI-43 should be the next one. You would think it's a little bit more comparable to this. Try it out. Flaps down to take off. No combat flaps. I'm really surprised. Might be in later models. Really gotta slow it down. I can turn out at speed. Bounce. Don't bounce. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Don't break the plane. Alright. This thing is speed demon here. No wonder it's painted red. Although I think the idea behind this paint scheme was the Red Baron, World War I pilot. That's pretty cool, that's right. I think it was also just a generally accepted, very obvious test color. Yeah, we almost ran off the runway there. I'm almost certain now I'm not going to be able to parlay in another flight of this thing at the end of the day, but we'll see. Alright. Gotta go to this. Alright. Shut her down. And get ready for the next one. Alright, so it's around 2 p.m. now. We're in Samurai Spirit here, the KI-43-2 that our Squadron got a hold of from TIAC a while ago. We're going to put this aircraft through its paces as the final test for us, at least for today. So, not wasting any more time, let's flaps into takeoff and we'll jump it into the sky. Throttle lever got stuck. That's weird. Quick takeoff again. I mean, maneuverability-wise, it is a little bit more comparable to what Focke-Wulf would do. I don't think it has the speed, though. It certainly doesn't have the armament. Yeah, this plane, by this point in the war, is entirely outclassed. I feel bad for any of the Japanese pilots still flying this thing, or anything comparable to it. I doubt we're going to even punch a hole in any of those tanks. Like this one. I think we're going to try a rearward attack come up the road there. Yeah, I heard a rumor on Oahu, by the way, that Japanese are using a group of captured Corsair fighters that they must have, I don't know when they captured those, but they were pitting them against one of the earliest attack waves during that invasion. I don't know how effective they really were, but it's interesting that the Japanese were using those. I believe that was the Blue Sakura Fleet Air Wing. They have been known to do similar to what we're doing, flight testing of the aircraft and such, so who knows. But yeah, I think for the most part, I haven't heard anything else about it, but that is a rumor going around. And the rumor is also that the fighters those Corsairs went up against, those were Corsair Model A's. They ended up fighting our newer Corsairs, the Corsair Model D. So there is after action report I'd love to read, but maybe quite a while before I get a chance to see it. Again, it's just a rumor, who knows if it's true. Okay, alright, it did take out the open deck. Armored vehicle. Reload here. Again, it is a little bit more comparable to the Focke-Wulf 190. But definitely doesn't have the power. Maneuverability-wise, it's not terrible, but it's... I could have easily been up at like 350 right now in that box. Instead of around 100 miles per hour, less than that. Doubt I'm going to crack that tank, but you never know. Japanese armor is not known for its resilience. Oh, it's a medium tank. Okay, I thought it was a light tank. Makes sense. Pretty much non-penetration. Oh, we got one of the mannequins. Okay. It's not too bad. Let's reload again, because the ammunition in this thing is sparse. Back around. No real penetration. I think a couple shots bounced underneath it and hit the other tread. Not too great. We're only going to do a couple more passes on this thing, but I'm already, you know, pretty much on the point of the weapons on this plane are not sufficient. Yeah, forget this. I mean, this whole test has not really been about the weapons, although we are testing the weapons at the same time. mostly for a different aspect of the test. It's mostly about the airframes and the engines and their capabilities and how they handle it. I mean, again, for the most part, this plane is completely outclassed. It's not really comparable to the Focke-Wulf Fw-190. I would say it's definitely a lesser, similar plane. Much less efficient. I mean, this just doesn't have the speed. It has the maneuverability, but without the speed, especially at this point in the war, what good is it? I mean, not to mention, I don't know how many of these are still in combat. Probably none. Who knows? They were flying some funky old planes earlier on, just because they didn't have the numbers. They may continue to do that the closer we get to invading Japan. But yeah, I think I have a good reporting line for this thing. So yeah, without any further ado here, bring it in for a landing. I think this test is complete. It does have combat flaps though, which I guess makes it turn a little bit tighter. But yeah, not by much. Gear down. Uh-oh. What's going on here? My gear's not going down. Crap, my gear's jammed. That's not good. Try and jar it loose. I don't know how else to get it down. Not while I'm flying. Damn. Shoot. Might have to declare a mayday on this flight. Crap. Okay. That's good. That's what we wanted to do. Okay. Seriously. Alright, hold on. Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Samurai Spirit. Can't get my gear down. I'm gonna have to make a belly landing on the airfield there. Have the crash truck ready. Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Samurai Spirit. You read me, over? Radio's not working. What the hell is with this piece of crap? I hope they heard me. I'm not getting a response though. I'm having some major failures in this thing. Hopefully the engine doesn't seem it's having any problems, and let me not jinx myself. I really don't want to belly land this. Crap. Alright. You can only bring the flaps down to combat too. That's not good. Alright. I'm going to do this very, very carefully. I'm at 55% throttle. Well, this plane may never fly again. Sucks. Oh well. Alright. Try and bring it in here. Hold on. Try and lose as much speed as we can. Gently touch it down on the field. And that gearing coming down. Alright. Try the radio again before I bring it in. Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Samurai Spirit. I have no gear control. Need to make an emergency landing. Still no response. Piece of junk. Alright, I better get this thing on the ground before it explodes. Actually, do I want to land it on the asphalt? Maybe I want to land it in the mud on the test field there. That's more dangerous, but it may do something to preserve the plane. This will definitely damage the underbelly of it. Alright. I'm going to make the call on that. I'm going to land it in the test field. Oy vey. Although that cowling there is going to catch a lot of the dirt. I don't know. I also don't want to hit anything uncontrolled if they skid off the runway. This is a better idea. Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Samurai Spirit. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm not getting a response from you. I'm going to try for an emergency landing, belly landing at the test field to the south of our airbase. Wish me luck, boys. Just want to kill the prop. See if I can't do it without an engine. Have a lot more landing, but I don't know how uneven it is either. It's got grass and rocks and things. It's really not comfortable doing this. I want to try for this area. I'm about to pull a Howard Hughes. Try to cut the prop to minimize damage to it. Yeah, this is where I want to land. Alright, we'll come in from the north on it then. Still no reaction from here. Alright. So we'll come in on the north, we'll land probably a little bit after that dirt path there. I don't know how long it's going to take to stop this thing. The friction of the ground should slow us down quicker than we would normally slow down on a wheel landing. Here goes nothing. I'm giving up on that. Yes, I know. Thank you. cutting the prop. Oh, God. I think I broke my ankle. Oh, God. Oh. 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 Oh, God, I think I broke my leg. Oh. Oh, God. Alright. That's gonna do it for me on this one. Oh, God, get an ambulance over here right now, please. I am Knee-High Caliber. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. I'll see you on the next one, hopefully. Oh, God. Definitely broke my ankle. I don't know if I broke my leg. Damn it. Damn it.